All right, everyone. That means we are going to be talking tonight about finding the right venue, identifying the right venue, understanding what it takes, what does it take, and how to select the right venue. In this space, we are here weekly with our coaching sessions. I'm Verneda Adele. I've been producing events for well over 20 years and have taken the time to connect with our emerging event professionals. If you are in the space of going independent, if you want to go from being in-house to running your own production company, or if you are in the C-suite and you are charged with the success of your events, but you are not considered an event person, this is the space for you. So tonight we are talking about how to select the right venue. I love this topic because, as always, we are going to come to you with kind of 3 quick hits on things to think about when it comes to selecting the right venue. First and foremost, think about what type of event are you having. So different venues have different capacities. And I don't just mean like attendance capacity, because that's definitely a piece as well. You don't necessarily want to have an event for 150 people in a space that typically holds 5,000. However, you can, but that also has other things to think about. But more so, what is it that you're trying to achieve? This goes back to our objectives. We're always going to talk about the OTB, objectives, timeline, and your budget. So, what are your objectives when you start thinking about a venue? What is the feeling that you want to evoke? What are the activities that you want to engage in? Is it a wedding? Is it a conference? Is it a fundraising gala? Is it a quirky, performance? Is it a concert? All of those things need to be taken into consideration when you start thinking about what would be the best venue to select for the type of event that you're having. Number two, I already touched on capacity. Yes, absolutely. You want to think about numbers, like how many people can the venue hold? Is it going to fully accommodate your needs? Are you going to end up with overflow? Do you intentionally want to have, because it's in a beautiful weather space, an indoor, outdoor? Is your event the type of event where people come and they stay in their stationary as a dedicated audience? Or is it the type of event where people are going to come and go and flow throughout the day? Because you could actually, in that case, often have a space with a smaller capacity, but it really has the vibe that you want, understanding that you'll never have your full guest count all in the same space at the same time. Is waterfront important to you? Is the view matter? Does it need to be rooftop? Are you looking for something that has a very formal vibe, a very informal vibe? Those are all kind of categories to think about. But then, of course, there are always the dollars, the budget. What about the venue? What is it that will allow you to maximize your budget and maintain the quality and maintain the objectives that you want to achieve? There are so many things when it comes to selecting the right venue. Now, here's another piece that will add on to what we talked about last week about preferred vendor systems and intentionally utilizing Black owned and people of color owned vendors as part of your event ethos, if you will. So when it comes to selecting the right venue for your event, be considerate of what vendors either come with that venue or how much flexibility you will have to bring in your own vendors. And not every space is going to allow you to bring people in. Some will require you to either utilize a vendor from their preferred list, or sometimes they have just a contract. Like if you are going to do an event in this venue, you have to use this AV team, for example. Uh, know the difference between having a union versus a non-union venue, because that totally impacts your production timeline and what your day of logistics look like. Be mindful of that. So there's so many different kind of pieces here, but some of the main ones that have a starting point is to think about the type of event you're having, and is the venue going to be conducive to that event category that you're trying to achieve? Then certainly think about capacity and the flow of what that's going to look like, and then think about your budget. Now, as far as resources, I will cap off with this. There's lots of different ways to find great venues, similar to just finding like great people that you ask for referrals. Ask people if you are in a major market like a Chicago, a New York, a Paris. There are many, many venues for you to select from. If you're in a smaller locale, there may be a smaller number of selections, but make sure you see at least 3 options before. I mean, a lot of times we might go and because we're in a hurry, we check off the list. Okay, this is great. But you never know. If you just give yourself a little bit of chance to contact, I would say anywhere from 5 to 10 options. And then out of those 5 to 10, make sure you go and see with your eyes, you know, the full capacity of that venue. Does it work for you before you make your decision? So now this has been a fantastic conversation around how to select the right venue. You want to make sure that those venues are the anchor of your event because they will so much of it informs the experience that your guests are going to have, and is it the right venue to meet your objectives. This is Verneda Adele, your seasoned anti-racist executive producer. We'll be back next Wednesday with another video, tips of the trade, coaching around the event industry for all of our emerging event professionals. And if you are in the C-suite, make sure you tap in at info@humanintonation.com. I'm also at Verneda Adele on all social channels, and see and connect with us. Have that complimentary event evaluation with us to see how our team can help make your vision come to life. We look forward to seeing you next week, and let the world know how you'll use your hot sauce today.